ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਬਿਲਾਵਲ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਪੰਜਵਾ। ਪਿੰਗੁਲ ਪਰਬਤ ਪਾਰ ਪਰੇ, ਖਲ ਚਤੁਰ ਬਕੀਤਾ। ਅੰਧਲੇ ਤ੍ਰਿਭਵਨ ਸੂਝਿਆ, ਗੁਰ ਭੇਟ ਪੁਨੀਤਾ। ਮਹਿਮਾ ਸਾਧੂ ਸੰਗ ਕੀ, ਸੁਨੋ ਮੇਰੇ ਮੀਤਾ। ਮੈਲ ਖੋਈ ਕੋਟ ਅਗ ਹਰੇ, ਨਿਰਮਲ ਭੈ ਚੀਤਾ ਰਹਾਉ। ਐਸੀ ਭਗਤ ਗੋਵਿੰਦ ਕੀ, ਕੀਟ ਹਸਤੀ ਜੀਤਾ। ਜੋ ਜੋ ਕੀਨੋ ਆਪਨੋ, ਤਿਸ ਅਭੈ ਦਾਨ ਦੀਤਾ। ਸਿੰਘ ਬਿਲਾਈ ਹੋਏ ਗਿਓ, ਤ੍ਰਿਣ ਮੇਰ ਦਿਖੀਤਾ। ਸ਼ਰਮ ਕਰਤੇ ਦਮ ਆਡ ਕਉ, ਤੇ ਗਣੀਤ ਨੀਤਾ। ਕਵਨ ਵਡਾਈ ਕਹਿ ਸਕੋ, ਬੇਅੰਤ ਗੁਨੀਤਾ। ਕਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਮੋਹਿ ਨਾਮ ਦੇਹੋ, ਨਾਨਕ ਦਰ ਸਰੀਤਾ। ਕਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਮੋਹਿ ਦਾਨ ਦੇਹੋ, ਨਾਨਕ ਦਰ ਸਰੀਤਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, today's ਪਾਵਨ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ from Sachkhand Sri Harmandir Sahib is on Ang 809, blessed to us by ਪੰਜਵੇਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਫਿਫਥ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਬਿਲਾਵਲ ਰਾਗ। ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ today is saying to us, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਿੰਗਲ ਪਰਬਤ ਪਾਰ ਪਰੇ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ a ਪਿੰਗਲ is somebody that is crippled। ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਿੰਗਲ ਪਰਬਤ, ਪਰਬਤ means a mountain। ਪਿੰਗਲ ਪਰਬਤ ਪਾਰ ਪਰੇ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ a cripple is able to climb and get over and get to the other side of the mountain. Par means the other side. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਿੰਗਲ ਪਰਬਤ ਪਾਰ ਪਰੇ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ a cripple has managed to get to the other side of the mountain. ਖਲ ਚਤੁਰ ਬਕੀਤਾ। ਖਲ means somebody that is a fool, somebody that's ignorant. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ a fool, ਚਤੁਰ ਬਕੀਤਾ, starts to ਬਕੀਤਾ speak ਚਤੁਰ wise words. ਅੰਧਲੇ ਤ੍ਰਿਭਵਨ ਸੂਝਿਆ, somebody that is ਅੰਧਲੇ blind has now what? Triphavan means the three worlds. Sujya means has the knowledge, has the wisdom of all three worlds. How did all of this happen? How is it possible that this can actually happen? Guru Arjun Dev Ji Paat Ji say, kende gur phet punita. Kende when they met with the Guru, meeting phet means to meet, gur meaning ਜਦੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲਾਪ ਹੋਇਆ, when they met the Guru, such a Guru like ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ, ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ, ਗੁਰ ਭੇਟ ਪੁਨੀਤਾ, they became puneet, they became pure ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ। And that's why then Guru Sahiban ji say, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਦਾ ਮਹਿਮਾ ਸਾਧੂ ਸੰਗ ਕੀ। ਸਾਧੂ here ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ is translated to the Guru, because we're talking about Guru Phet Punita, meeting the Guru. So ਇੱਥੇ ਮਹਿਮਾ ਸਾਧੂ ਸੰਗ ਕੀ, having company. Sang means company, to associate yourself with the Guru, with the sadhu of all sadhus, the Guru. ਮਹਿਮਾ ਸਾਧੂ ਸੰਗ ਕੀ, ਸੁਨ ਹੋ ਮੇਰੇ ਮੀਤਾ। ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ listen all my friends, ਮੇਰੇ mind, ਮੀਤਾ my friends, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ listen to the glory. ਮਹਿਮਾ means glory of the sadhu, of the Guru, that upon meeting that Guru, look, you can even a cripple can get over a mountain. Even somebody that is a fool can actually start speaking wise words. Somebody blind can actually have knowledge and wisdom of the three worlds. What does Satguru Ji Sache Paatshah Ji mean here? What are they actually saying to us? In the next pankti they say, kende mail khoi, kende nishani ki ya Guru de kol aun di. What does it mean actually coming to the Guru? Sangat Ji, this is very important, because this will answer that question for us. What question is that? Somebody says that yes, I go and do Darshan of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Paatshah Ji every day. There's those people that say, I make sure that I go to the Gurdwara every day and make sure I go and do Matha Tek. I go and bow my head before Tan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Paatshah Ji every day. And Sangat Ji, obviously now during this time, during this period of the lockdown, people haven't been able to do that, and some people still have managed to get access to some form of Gurdwara and actually do Nak Mastak and bow before Tan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Paatshah Ji. There's people that say that I go and see the Guru every day. There's people that say that I'll make sure I go and sit in Sangat every day. I'll make sure I go and sit in the company of Gursikhs every day. But Sangat Ji, ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੀਆਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੀਆਂ ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਵੇ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਦਾ, ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਸੰਗਤ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ. So Sangat Ji, we should always be looking out for these signs. These signs Satguru Ji, Guru Arjun Dev Ji, Paatshah Ji made clear for us. What are those signs of, am I actually doing Matha Tek? That doesn't mean if we find ourselves not fitting into this category that we stop. It always means looking at the positive and saying we continue to doing so, but adding more value to it. That yes, am I actually putting my Matha down? Sangat Ji, Matha bhav mat. Mat Sangat Ji means my wisdom. Matha tekan da bhav ki hunda? Take. Take da na bhav koi cheez nu rakh dena. Take means to give something away. And what is that we're giving away? We're giving our mat. We're giving our manmukhi mind away. The mind, that wisdom that sits inside of me, that makes me go astray, that takes me away from the truth, that takes me away from compassion, that takes me away from love, that takes me away from my Guru's way of living. I'm here to matha, this matha, my forehead, and then within my forehead is mat, is that wisdom that I'm holding. I've come here, that takes me far away, a distance from you. I'm putting that here, Matha Tek, Gur ki mat. And what am I here to take? Gur ki mat. Tu le he aane. I'm here to take away your mat. So how do I know that I'm actually doing that? Sadhguru Ji, Paatshah Ji say, because this is what you'll see in your life. You'll see that mal khoi. You'll see that the impurities in your life, in your world. This says, oh khoi, you'll actually lose them. What were those mal? What was that impurity? For me, Sangat Ji, for example, that impurity could be that I always spoke harsh words. Har vele kauda bolna. Paatshah Ji is saying in Gurbani, tell us that Nanak fikka bolle hai. Tan man fikka hoye. That Nanak fikka bolle hai. Fikke pan de naal bolna, Sangat Ji. Fikka pan oh hunda ya. Fikka pan means, Sangat Ji, you know when we actually eat some dal, but to eat some dal, in that dal there's no salt, and we taste it and we say, whoa, this is completely tasteless, this has got no salt in it or anything, it's got no there's nothing in there. And Sangat Ji, and that is unhanu kende ne ke tasteless words, rukhe pan. When somebody receives them and imagine them to be like that food, like that dal, like those lentils that you ate that had no salt in it, had no taste to it, And that's what it means, fikka, Nanak fikka bolya. To speak like that. Nanak fikka bolya, maaf karna, not fikka. Nanak fikka bolya. That speaking such words that when somebody receives them, they're like, whoa, it's a bit rough, it's a bit harsh, and they're tasteless. It means that they don't give somebody, doesn't give anybody any ras, doesn't give anybody any sweetness, doesn't make them feel any good about themselves. Sangat, those types of words speaking, Nanak fikka bolye, tan man fikka hoye. But is saying in that way, your mind and body becomes like that the way your words are. And we can actually flip that around to say, because my mind is like that, and then my words come out like that as well. So Sangatji, and then what happens is, these things become a habit. So they don't become so easy to break out of them. So somebody can say, you know, why don't you try and speak with a bit more daya, with a bit more compassion and love, and be a bit more sweet. Satguru Ji Paat Ji say to us, kende mitha bol hai, niv chal hai, sejje rave patar. Kende, if you truly want to experience Vaheguru Ji, because sejje rave patar, that's what that means. Sejje means bed, rave means to enjoy, patar means your husband here meaning Vaheguru Ji. Kende, if you really want to enjoy and be in ras and experience anand, be in bliss from inside, there's two ingredients that are so important, and those ingredients are mitha bol hai, is to speak sweetly. When we speak sweetly, ta hor ki nev chal hai, then walking in humility as well. Sangat ji, asal vich the truth is, those that have got humility from inside, only their words will actually be sweet. So look at how these things actually play and how they work together. That andar je apne andar o cheez hogi, nimr hoga, nimrta hogi, ta asal vich ta sade bol vi mithe honge. ਜਦੋਂ ਪਿਆਰੋ ਸਾਡਾ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਭਰਿਆ ਪਿਆ ਆ, ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੁੱਧਬੂ ਆ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਬੜੀ ਭੈੜੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਆ, ਉਸ ਦੇ ਨਾ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਬੋਲ ਬੋਲਨੇ, ਉਹ ਬੋਲ ਵੀ ਪਿਆਰੋ ਫਿੱਕੇ ਹੋਣਗੇ। When we speak out of arrogance, whatever comes out of that arrogance will be tasteless. It will actually destroy somebody. Not their ego, but their heart. Always trying to bring somebody down. Why? Because we are in that fear. Sangat ji, I was looking at this one. Dekho, Paat ji kende mail khoi. So asal vich mail khoi. Getting rid of this filth of being arrogant. Because this is what this shabad is all about. Guru Arjun, let's put it all together and try and understand this. Guru Arjun Dev Ji Paat Ji saying to us, kende pingal parbet par pare, kende pingala par, kende pingal parbet par pare. Sangat ji, this parbet is what the mountain is, the challenges that come to us in life. And the truth is, kende, I feel crippled. Meaning that I have no strength to be able to deal with these situations that come to me in my life. But when I meet the Guru, and the reason is why am I not able to? Because I am crippled with pride. I'm crippled with pride, or let's use the word arrogance. And what does arrogance mean? What does it mean to be arrogant? I was reading a translation of the word arrogant this morning. And it means when we, one version, translation, Oxford University Dictionary, they said, and it really hit home with me. And actually, to be honest with you, when I read those words from that dictionary, it made me self-reflect on myself, on my life. And thought, yaar, main kithe khada hai? Where am I standing? Just with the way it was translated. The way it was translated was when you exaggerate your own importance. and your own abilities. So Sangat Ji, you exaggerate your own importance when you think that, you know what, no, I'm the most important thing here. I am the one here that is above everyone else. And then Sangat Ji and I thought, oh wow, sometimes you end up thinking that, you know what, my job is the most important job. As a kathavajik, I hold the most value. I'm not saying I do, I'm saying that sometimes the mind is so deviant. The mind plays so many tricks on us. It does things like that to us. And that is arrogance. And that's what doesn't allow us to actually face up, to be able to come across, to get across the challenges, this mountain of challenges that come to us in our life. Sangat Ji, this ਉਹਨੂੰ ਫਲਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, we think that ਮੈਂ ਬਸ ਜੋ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਉਹ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ, ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਨਾ ਹੁੰਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਫੇਰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਹੋਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ. When we start thinking, if I wasn't doing this, then this job wouldn't even get done. If I wasn't doing this, then this person wouldn't even get better. You start to live in that world. Sangat Ji, yes, it doesn't mean to look down at yourself. It doesn't mean to be bad to yourself, to look low on it. It doesn't mean that at all. It's, yes, you're effortlessly doing that work, and the kirpa is happening, the grace is happening. People's lives are being touched, or whatever's happening, whatever your field of work is. And actually you're in gratitude because of that. You're constantly, the mantra that is going round and round in you is thank you. Wow, thank you. And Vaheguru Ji, look at your grace. Look at what you're doing, Vaheguru Ji. Je lok salahe ta teri upama. That the upama is Vaheguru Ji's, that you can actually see Vaheguru Ji's play in it. Vaheguru Ji, I haven't got no understanding because that khal chatar bakita, that actually I'm a fool when I look at my life. What do I know? I know nothing. But Satguru Ji, Sache Paatshah Ji, when I come to meet you, that your wisdom, when your wisdom goes out there, Guru Granth Sahib Ji, when your wisdom goes out there, it touches people, it actually changes their life. And then Sangat Ji, in that you see grace, you see kirpa, that it's not me, it's you, because I'm a fool, I'm a khal. But meeting you, what happens is you take over your grace, and then, but anytime I speak out of my arrogance and my mat and my own manmukhi mind, or my own self-centered mind, that will actually cause problems to people. That will actually destroy somebody. But when somebody is lifted, then in that moment was when I met you, Gurpet Panita. In that moment I met you and you worked through. That's Kirpa, grace. And Sangat Ji, in that, then when we become like that, Sangat Ji, we were crippled. But then when we meet the Guru, we can get over any challenge that comes to us in life. Sangat Ji, Sadhguru Ji Paatshah Ji saying, Khal Chatur Bakita. When the Guru gives us their wisdom, even the biggest of fools, that whatever came out of their mouth destroyed people, brought people down. They put people off the path. Didn't have no understanding of anything. But how do I know I've met the Guru? I know I've met the Guru when whatever comes out of my mouth is actually is words full of wisdom. Khal chatur bakita, chatur, wise words comes out of my mouth, and it actually affects people and it lifts them up. And how does it lift them up? That it lifts them up in this way, that Sangat Ji, Apas ko jo jane nicha, so ganiye sabte ucha. He actually fills their hearts with humility, and then they are lifted up in that way. We have to go down to go up in the eyes of God. ਆਪਾਂ ਨੀਵੇਂ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੀਆਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਉੱਚੇ ਹੋਵਾਂਗੇ. ਆਪਾਂ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਜੇ ਹਰਮੰਦਰ ਕੋਲ ਜਾਣਾ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੌੜੀਆਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਉਤਰ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਪਵੇਗਾ. If we want to go to Sri Harmandir, what is Harmandir? Hari da Mandir. That Mandir, that place, the temple of what? Of Hari, of Vaheguru Ji. If we want to go into that true temple of Vaheguru Ji, meaning if we want to go and experience that shrine inside of us, Man Mandir Tanves Kalandar Kat hi Tirath Nava, Man Mandir. When I want to actually go into how does my mind, how Man Mandir, how does my mind become the temple of Vaheguru Ji, Man Mandir, Tanves Kalandar. When I wear the robes of Tan, when my body becomes what? When my senses become what? Tan Ves. Ves means clothes. Kalandar, Kalandar means of a fakir. Of a fakir, Sangji, a fakir is a Muslim saint. But a fakir, Muslim saint meaning what? Normally a Muslim saint has no arrogance. He's always got a begging bowl. And that begging bowl represents that I don't have no pride inside of me. And Sangaji Man Mandir Tanves Kalandar, that now I'm wearing my tan, my eyes, my ears, my senses, everything. What is it wearing now? It's wearing the clothes of a fakiri now. Fakiri meaning I've got the bowl of humility now, of nimarta now. Sangaji Gur Pet Punita, because now my Akkhan de Man Mandir, my mind now has become that temple. Man Mandir Tanves Kalandar Katihi Tirath Nava. Now I'm truly bathing. Now I'm becoming cleansed, because Sadhguru Ji Pach ke mal khoi. Now I'm becoming cleansed. My mind has become that shrine now. Because what did it take? What did it take? Because I wanted to enter Sri Harmandir Sahib, and I had to come down the stairs. I left my pride up there, and now I've taken on being humble. Humble means being low. Humility is the action that comes out of humbleness. An act of humility comes from being humble. Sangaji, when my eyes were filled with humility, my eyes now looked from that place of being low, and there's no fear over there. And then Sangaji, my eyes became humble as well. What does it mean? My ears. What does it mean that my ears have become humble? When I listen to someone, I'm not looking down at them. I don't think I'm more important than them. Remember, being arrogant means that I've exaggerated now my importance. When I exaggerate my importance, you aren't important anymore. Then you are down there, I'm up here. But Sangaji, when I wear the robes of fakiri, when I take the begging bowl of humility into my ears now, because tan body means my senses here. And now when I listen to you as if I'm listening to Vaheguru, I'm listening to God. It could be my child, it could be a beggar on the street that has no food, but when I'm now listening with humble ears. When I listen to you speak, I'm not listening to someone that is below me and my importance is above you. Humility means your importance. You are important. You are important. You are important. And Sangaji, in that, I actually listen to them. Because then for me, when they are speaking, it's like Vaheguru is speaking to me. Because it's Vaheguru Ji's game, isn't it? Ek date, ek pekha reji, sab tere choj bidana. You're playing your game now through this beggar. And I'm actually listening to you, and that's why, because you are the greatest, Vaheguru Ji. You are that Kabir. Kabir meaning the greatest. So I'm now Nimrata, I'm lower than you. Sangat Ji, in this way, we can get through any challenge in life. How do we know we've become Chatur, we've become wise? Because our words will be from humility. It won't be speaking down to someone. And it'll be filling their heart with love as well. So pyareo, Pacha ji ithe ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਲ ਖੋਈ ਕੋਟ ਅਗ ਹਰੇ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ I know I've met my Guru because now my mal of arrogance has been washed away. And now those tasteless words have left me, and now what I speak is sweet. Mal koi kot ag hare. Oh, millions of my sins have now been taken away from me. Nirmal pe chita, my mind has now become nirmal, has become pure and immaculate. How? Contemplate this. Have I truly met the Guru? Sangat Ji, every time we speak from humility, and that will be sweet, in that moment we are meeting the Guru. In that moment we are taking on that Garibi Ves, Mandir Tan Ves Kalandar. I've worn now the robes of Fakiri through my words. That moment I've met the Guru. Gurpet Panita, I've met the Guru. Sangat Ji, Mal Khoi Kot Aghare Nirmal Pe Chita. I've started to become Nirmal now. Only through humility we start to become pure, because then everything becomes pure. All our senses become pure. Rahao Asi Bhagat Govind Ki Keet Hasti Jita. They're saying this is the way. This is how you, this is, devote yourself to Vaheguru Ji in this way. Bhagat here, Bhagati, devotion of Vaheguru Ji in how? Can they from being a, become, can they Keet Hasti Jita. Can they now my Kiti, this insect, the insect has now won the Hasti, the elephant. Who is the elephant? The elephant is arrogance. Hankar, what Pataji referred to as Hankar. The Keet now, this, the insect of what? Of humility. Now all my actions are coming from humility, and it's won over the arrogance. So Sangat Ji, we often think an ant is a sign of weakness. We think that humility is a sign of weakness. Look what, you know we talk about this. Look what Satguru Ji says next. They say Jojo Kino Apano. They say Jojo Kino Apano. Whoever my Guruji makes their own, this Apa Dan Dita, they've given them the gift of fearlessness. They've made them fearless. Sangat, what does it mean to become fearless? In arrogance, there's fear, because it's my importance needs to remain there. If anybody else becomes important, then there's fear. Oh, look, everyone's giving him attention now. Everyone's thinking that he's more important than me. Fear, isn't it? And I've got this fear that I need to stay on top. I need to bring him down. Look at that. In arrogance there's fear, but in Nimrata, in being an ant, there's there's no fear. Because Sangat Ji, when you're down there, when you're humble, there is no fear that I need to pull somebody down. No, there's love that you actually want to bring others down into Nimrata. Why? Because you know they are the ones that get to go into Harmandir then. They are the ones that get to go into the temple of God. And don't think here temple, I'm talking about a place of worship. I'm talking about the temple here is made out of Nimrata, made out of humbleness. And that will get us to experience God. Somebody that is down there, they have no fear because the rest of the world is trying to pull people down. But you can't pull me down because I'm already there. It's somebody in arrogance that is afraid of coming down. I'm down here. What fear have I got? You can't bring me down. I'm actually below you. I'm underneath your feet. There's no fear over there, is there? Beautiful. Pacha ji kehne sing bilai hoye gayo. Kehne sing bilai. A sing, they said a sing has become, a sing meaning a lion. A lion has become a bilai, has become a cat. What does that mean? Hoye gayo. That meaning that, again, it's referring to the same thing. That somebody out of arrogance that roared here, it's not in the positive way, it roared in bitterness, in tasteless words, in fear, spoke out of fear, needing to keep somebody down, always reminding them of their organ, always reminding somebody else about their faults. Why? Because you want to bring people down to your level, and your level, so that because you're afraid. What does that? Sorry, let me rephrase that. Let's give more clarity to that. Singh Sangaji being that lion that is roaring with words of fear. It's fear because you don't want them to become better. You don't want them to actually excel. You don't want them to even grow spiritually because you are afraid. The truth is you're not there. You're in arrogance and you've got a status and you want to, and then what do? You start being tasteless. You remind them, how comes you're always angry? How comes, you know what, you're just, look at the way you are constantly. These are tasteless words, always trying to bring someone down, not letting them excel. Sangaji, that's what it means to be a Singh here, Bilai, but now I've become a cat, meaning I've become gentle. It's nice, it's meow now. And that meow means now I've become sweet. See how it all works together? Look at the poetry, it's mind-blowing. I speak gentle like a cat. It doesn't mean I literally speak like this. It means my words are gentle. They are to actually really help you to excel now, not to bring you down. Often we do this so much with our partners at home. The one that we apparently love the most, they're the ones that we're the most nasties to. We keep reminding them how they are no good. It's because there's that self-importance. In that I don't want to use the word self-importance because it's not to say we're not important. It's when when it's exaggerated, when it's all about us. And then in that, we can never actually be thinking about anybody else. Singh balai hoye gyo, tiran mer dikhita. Tiran sangaji is the blade of grass. Mer is here again, the mountain. That nimrata that I thought, that being humble, which I thought was trin, was so weak, like a little blade of grass, so flimsy. Actually now I realize, only now when I'm in it. When I'm trying to understand it with my intellectual mind, because I'm not in there. I'm living out of fear. I'm trying to keep my status up there. Then I think that it's a trin. I think it's a blade of grass, so flimsy. But when I get into nimrata, I'm like, wow, Mer, I feel like a mountain. I feel so strong. Look at the psychology in the Guru Shabad, Pyareo. Guru saying is that humility is actually a strength. It's like you realize you're like a mountain. Nothing can budge you. Nothing can throw you down. You become the most powerful person in the world. Sram karte dam aad ko, kende that Sram means mehnat. Sram means effort, working hard. I was working hard, karte dam aad ko, dam aad means just for half shells I was trying to put together. Kende de te gani tanita kende, but now you're known as the most wealthiest person. Sangaji, those that have actually got that nimrata, meaning those that have seen to be working and just earning shells, because somebody that has got so much humility, people of the world. Sorry, let me rephrase that, Sangaji. Saram karte dam aad ko. Those on a worldly level, let's look at the world example first. Somebody that is looked upon as just is merely putting shells together, but then they become the most wealthiest person. Because Sangaji, what this means is those that have actually got humility, they are truly they are the most wealthiest people. And the truth is, Sangaji, somebody that lives in Nimrata and you see them in humility around Guru Granth Sahib Ji, people will say, oh look, he's got the true wealth of humility. Humility is our true wealth. It's the most powerful thing we can have. Kavan vadai keh sakon, how can I say your greatness? Be ant ganita, that your gun, your qualities are limitless, Vaheguru Ji. I've got no limit to them. Not meaning the amount of qualities, but the depth of something like humility is so profound and deep. It can take me into such a powerful place. Kende kar kirpa mohe naam deho. Kende just bless me with your grace. Give me your name. Kirpa mohe naam deho nanak dar sarita. That I am able to have your darshan. Sangaji, having the darshan of Vaheguru Ji, seeing Vaheguru Ji. Why is humility so powerful? Because in humility, I see others. In arrogance, it's like this, I'm looking up and I see nothing. But in humility, I'm looking down and I see everyone. It's not about me, it's about you. And when it becomes about you, and Sangaji, and there is only but you left inside of me. When it becomes about you, there is only you left inside of me. Meaning there is no other left. That's why Nimrata is so powerful. From Nimrata, we are able to serve. From Nimrata, somebody is able to alter the world. Just like Bhagat Puran Singh Ji, who set up and established Bilaaval. You can look into his life. Singh Ji, Bhagat Puran Singh Ji made those that know the world that didn't want to touch. Those that were suffering with diseases like leprosy, Bhagat Puran Singh Ji put them around their neck and made them their garland. Only somebody with humility can do that. And Bhagat Puran Singh today, we look at him not as somebody weak, but somebody with one of the most powerful beings on this, to have come onto this planet. Because if he had arrogance, how could he have looked at them to see that they are in pain, they need someone, they need something? Because no, it'd all be about you. I'm the most important one. No. Sangaji, the day we start feeling like that, that's the day we'll start to fail. इतनी बेनती प्रवान, एक नहीं पर अनेक कहीं गलतियां हो गई हैं, अनजान बच्चा समझ के बख्श देना। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।